Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Valentine's to everyone. I'm filming this on Valentine's Day. I got my pink sweater on, trying to, get all the good Valentine's Day vibes. But today I wanted to talk about a major Sephora haul that I did recently. I call it a Sephora haul, but in reality it's Sephora and Ulta. I kind of took advantage of some of the after Christmas sales, and my birthday is a few days after Christmas, so I had some gift cards, and I just wanted to share with you some of the products that I bought, some of which I have been using and got some opinions on them already. A few of them I have just started to play around with and I'm still kind of figuring them out. So I want to start with some foundations because I love testing foundations. So the first one I want to talk about is this one from Urban Decay. This is their Stay Naked Hydro Maniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. I think of this as like a tinted moisturizer. This hydrator seems to be a very popular term that I keep seeing over the last year or two. Some of these hydrators have SPF, many of them do not. So I'm wondering how the definition of that came about, but no matter. So I picked this up. I've used this for a few days already. I actually really like it. It's very hydrating. I guess that's the point. It's pretty medium coverage. I would say light to medium. It kind of crosses over into medium. The consistency is really nice. It comes in this nice squeeze tube, which I enjoy as well. Now, what I've noticed is that the wear time on me is probably around 4 to 6 hours, which for a hydrator is not too bad, but again, with wearing masks all day, I definitely get some wear away, especially on my nose and around my mouth. Now, is it fair to say that it's not long lasting? Probably not, because again, I'm putting it through the ringer, but I definitely have some more traditional foundations that last longer, but I do like this. I think this is a really nice product. What it reminded me of is this one that came out last year from Tarte. I got a little mini of it. This is the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. And I actually used this today because I was kind of like, I want to compare and contrast these to see which one I like better, because when these run out, I'll have to decide, okay, which one should I buy? And what I've learned with this one is this is a little lighter coverage, not as medium as this one is, and not as glowy, which for me, they're both hydrating, but I have to admit this is quite glowy, and I do have to be careful about the primer I use, because the other product I picked up from Ulta, they were having this mini sale, and I had realized I had never tried this OG. This is the Becca Backlight Filter Primer. Is that how you say it? Backlight Priming Filter. Ugh, I can't speak. And this is glowy. And the first day I made a major mistake. I put this on as my primer. Let's see if you can see how glowy that is. And I put this on as my primer. And then I put this on as my foundation. And frankly, you could see me from space. It was a little intense. So I think I absolutely am going to continue using this, but not use such a glowy primer with it. I'm still playing with this. Obviously, my first impressions of it were, oh dear God, that's really dewy. But I may try it out with some of my more matte foundations to see if it can give me that little bit of glow that I'm looking for without making me look disco ball-y. The other foundation I picked up is this one from Fenty Beauty. Now, I was a little worried about this. I was actually not going to buy it because when I knew nothing about makeup, I had been using a powder foundation for years. And when I realized nothing I was doing was working, nothing I was doing was working because I didn't use concealer, I didn't use powder, I didn't use anything except this powder foundation. But it kind of made me push away from powder foundations in general. And I decided this year, try a few powder foundations, just because it left a bad taste in your mouth because that's all you were using doesn't mean they're bad. They're actually a good option. So I've been playing with this one. So far, I like it. I'm learning how to apply it correctly. I used it with my favorite brush, and I didn't like using it with that brush. So I started using it with the little sponge that it comes with. And I actually like that a lot. I'm going to try to use it with like a damp or a dry beauty blender and see what I think. But so far, this is beautiful. This is the Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation, by the way. And I'm in the shade 150. And that's the beauty of Fenty. The shade range is just amazing. And usually when I buy shades of foundation, I am at almost the first shade or maybe the second. And this, I was like the 4th or 5th shade in, just because they have such a great shade range, which is pretty cool to see. One of the other new products I tried, again, not new. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is their powder. Oh gosh, what is this called again? It's the Air Flash powder. I got the mini. I've told you before, I love minis because, especially on an expensive brand like Charlotte Tilbury, I want to know I love it before I spend the money on it. And I had bought what is considered the dupe for this, which is the number 7 Lift and Illuminate. And I really like that, but I'm like, how can I call it a dupe if I've never tried the original? So I picked this up. This is in the shade Fair or 1. And then I have been using this, especially under my eyes. I love this. Oh, it is such, there's a reason why people love this powder. It is beautiful. So my guess is once I get through this mini, I'll end up with a full size. Another thing I picked up, this was definitely a splurge for me. This is the new bronzer from Gucci. Look at this. It comes in this beautiful little pouch, and then, oh my, look at this packaging, y'all. Like, I just can't. This is just beautiful. What I like about this is that it is not orange at all. So because I am neutral to almost cool toned a little bit, I have no yellow in my skin. So I have to be so careful with bronzers because so many bronzers have a little oranginess in them. And if they have anything like that on me, they're gonna look bright orange. And it just is not a good look, trust me, not a good look. Some of the other things I picked up, I decided to try out some cream blushes. I picked up this one from NARS. This is their soft matte cream blush. This is in the shade Freedom. I decided that I wanted to do a cream blush war between the NARS, and then I picked up the new launch from Rare Beauty. This is Selena Gomez's line, and this is her beautiful cream blush here. Very similar shade. I know this looks darker in the pan, but this is their Nearly Neutral, her Nearly Neutral. And they're a little similar. The NARS is a little pinkier. I don't know if you can see that. Let me, I'm actually rubbing it in. How about I stop rubbing it in so you can actually see what I'm talking about here. I am gonna do a cream blush war between these guys, and I already have some opinions. This is the NARS, and then this is the Rare Beauty. So I already have some opinions on this, but I'm gonna play around a little bit more just to make sure I'm being fair and give you my thoughts in a recent video that should go up in the next week or so. Let's move on to highlighter. So Buxom launched this new, right around Christmas time, they launched this new line looking at their very popular White Russian shade. And they launched a bullet lipstick, a soft cream liquid gloss, a highlighter, and a palette. Now, I'll be honest, I looked at the palette, I had no desire for that palette. It just didn't do much for me. But I really liked both the highlighter and the lip cream. I thought the color was just beautiful. I've been playing around with this highlighter. It's actually what's on my face today. I think this is quite special. It is kind of pinky, which you don't always see in highlighters. And it was funny, I was trying to decide between this one and the new ABH Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is this icy white. And I'm like, you know what? This is definitely more what I'm looking for here. I'm actually going to put that on my other wrist since I am got a lot of blush on there, so you can see. See if you can pick that up. Yeah. So I think this is quite special, and that takes me a lot to say because, you know, there's so many highlighters out there, and what I look for in a highlighter is I want a nice highlight, but I don't want it to accentuate texture. And there's so many highlights out there. They're just chunky and glittery, and they accentuate everything I don't want accentuated. So I was happy to see this. So far so good on here. And then this Buxom White Russian lip cream, I'm wearing it on my lips today. I really like this. It's got that pepperminty feel to it and smell to it. It's not too overpowering, and it looks really beautiful on the lips. So I'm quite happy with that. A few more things. I've been waiting for this to come out. So I picked up the Natasha Denona Mini Love palette. Now they did come out with a blush highlight duo. And again, I didn't like the packaging. It seemed a little girly, like kind of kitty to me, but I have been waiting for this. So I have a lot of Natasha Denona mini palettes because I can they're a little easier to swallow from a cost perspective. You know, the midi palettes are like $65, where these mini palettes are about $25, and they're just so easy to store. I love mini palettes, and she doesn't compromise on the formula. Now, I have heard there's a few mini palettes that are not as good. The ones I have the mini nude and the mini gold, and then I have this one. I have been blown away by. I think the pigmentation's beautiful. I think the tech, I think they're great palettes. I was so close to buying the midi version of the Love palette that came out around Valentine's Day last year. And I didn't, just because I was like, oh, it's $65. I don't know if I want to spend that right now. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because there were some issues with certain lot numbers, apparently, where the textures were chalky. So it kind of got mixed reviews because of that. And so I waited. I was like, please, Natasha Denona, please come out with a mini version of this palette, because I will buy it. And so I'm glad I did. I'm wearing it on my eyes today, and this makes a very beautiful Valentine's Day look. And I've been playing with it all week, and I just, Natasha just hits it out of the park with this one. I love it. The other thing I bought is I bought a mini. I've been trying out a bunch of mascaras lately, and I'd always wanted to try this one out. This is from Hourglass. This is their Caution. Now, this isn't the most recent. The most recent came out last fall. I think it was called Unlocked. I have not tried that one, but I tried the older one, the Caution, and I love this. You know, I always say that I have pretty long lashes, but they're not volumized. This actually lengthens my lashes to a point where I'm like, wow, I didn't realize they could go that long. And it doesn't clump on me. So I'm still working with it, but I really, really like this. This is a winner for me. And then last but not least, I want to talk about setting sprays. I actually picked up two. One, I got a mini from Charlotte Tilbury. I've heard wonderful things about this Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And then the other one I picked up was from Benefit. This is the Professional Super Setter. This is amazing. My makeup lasts all day when I wear this. It is amazing. I'm not crazy about the fragrance, but it is, a high-end brand. I'm not surprised by the fragrance, but I'm not crazy about it. Also, the sprayer's a little clunky, I'll be perfectly frank. And I almost wish they took the sprayer from this and put it on this, because this is okay. The sprayer is amazing. I'm gonna show you this. It is absolutely amazing. I don't get, big globs of water or anything, setting spray on my face. It's amazing. But I notice my makeup doesn't last as long if I wear this versus this. So they're both good, but I almost wish I could take the sprayer here and put it on here, because I think that it would be perfect if I could do that. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you stick around and watch some of my other videos. I've got a lot more coming this month of February. So I hope you stick around and hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below. Are there products that you have picked up this month that you're excited to try, or that you've tried? Or what do you think about these products? Did you like them? Did you not like them? So I hope to see you again in another video. Thanks, guys. Bye, and happy Valentine's Day.